Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make him man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and for. Make God what I seen to make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red, I. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, can't sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. I. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the price. You might show us stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black? Big him and show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Another strike back for the brazen, corrupt, drunken sailor baby leader of our country. I mean, everybody's going after Andrew Holness. I'm going after the Jamaica Labour Party. The Jamaica Labour Party who assisted and coerced Andrew Holness in his crime against the nation. The Jamaica Labour Party who assisted Andrew Holness to continue with his crime even after the Prime Minister has been caught red-handed with millions, hundreds of millions unaccounted for. Me don't know who shame if the Holness haven't got any shame. We, the people of Jamaica, though, it's a shameful thing for us when we have to speak of our leader, when we have to accept him as our leader, given that there's not one thread of integrity left of this young man. I don't know where it's all going. It would be unfair of me to ask the Jamaica Labour Party to ask Andrew to step down at this point. But if the Jamaica Labour Party have any little thing left of public dignity, of personal dignity for the party going forward after Andrew Holness, somebody must take action now, because it's not going to get any better. Now, am I surprised of this ruling? No, because I've said it and I was of the view it's a waste of money. Andrew Holness is taking legal advice, but he's also giving legal instructions, which legal instructions is quite different to legal advice. Your legal team job is to advise you on the prospect or the worst that could happen in your case. That's what the legal advice you've been given. But Andrew Holness, on the other hand, as the client, can give what is called legal instruction. And you, the attorney who is being paid, just have to go dumbly and blindly with him. Everybody's been embarrassed in all of what is going on around the Prime Minister. The lawyers who are advising him, the lawyers who are presenting his case, everybody look like fool in this. The Jamaica Labour Party supporters who regularly come out to defend the Prime Minister over nothing at all. Listen here, Labour Rights, you all don't have to be on my page. You don't have to come over here, come quarrel, all right? You really don't have to be here. The problem is, you can't keep on a Prime Minister finger. On a Prime Minister can't keep him finger nor him conscience. It's not the court fault that the Prime Minister is a crook and a criminal. It's not our fault that the Prime Minister is a crook and a criminal. It is not our fault either that you all have supported Andrew Holness' criminality against the people of Jamaica. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning and welcome. The affidavit is out. The affidavit is, let me just... Hello. Right. I'm broadcasting at the moment. Can I get back to you? I'm live at the moment. Yes. The Prime Minister, in his, I don't know what to call it, in a bid to clear his name, the Prime Minister regularly sink deeper into whatever the Prime Minister is trying to crawl out of. You, the Jamaica Labour Party supporters, are not helping. What do I mean by saying you're not helping? You are of the view that the party is on its way to the third term. Laughable it is. The Jamaica Labour Party will be the opposition after the next election, which we expect them to be a robust opposition. What will leadership be like in the Jamaica Labour Party post this disgraceful meltdown that we are seeing from last year? It has been a long meltdown, but particularly from September last year when the Prime Minister's statutory, uncertified statutory declaration was published. The Prime Minister launched attacks at the Integrity Commission. The Prime Minister launched attack after whatever system of governance. The Prime Minister put him friend at FID in order to make sure the Prime Minister carry out his crime and is absolved of his crime. Nothing is working for the Prime Minister. There's one institution, Prime Minister. There's one institution you're not going to control in this country, and it's the courts. You're having a warm time. You wish, Prime Minister, that Paula Llewellyn was on the bench of the appeals court. The easiest thing for you all, Jamaica Labour Party, to not be in the shadows for like 36 years or more after the general election, you ought to have taken action against Andrew Holness, something we want to refuse to do. We're going to, there's a breakdown of little information coming out of the 108-page affidavit. We'll ramble rose through it for you. This, Lord God, what a disgrace. This is what we have as a leader, you know, Jamaica. This is what we have as a leader. We have to accept it as a leader until we get rid of it. You know, the drunken sailor, baby. Because Andrew Holness is drunk on something. You see people with credibility or people with public decorum, what they would have done is step aside, Prime Minister. Step aside until all this is being resolved. You cannot keep forcing ahead, forcing yourself on the nation, forcing the court to give you what you want. It's not going to work like that. Let me just break to say, accept good morning, one big good morning from me, everybody on YouTube and TikTok and everywhere. Good morning and welcome. I want to say thank you to Marie for your Zelle donation. Thank you very much. You've been a great continuous support. Thank you very much for your support. And let me reiterate again, Carlos, Violet, and everybody who offered me financial support, veteran throughout my time of illness, or I don't want to call it illness, my time of dealing with my health. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all. Let's go to a little snippet of money laundering, galanging. It is also
for those who maintain that
it is also linked to what came out yesterday, but there's a breakdown of from the 108th page, which we will quickly browse through and tell you the important information that came out of the thing. But for us as a nation, not just for the Jamaica Labour Party, this is becoming more and more embarrassing for us as a nation, because the Prime Minister is headlocked in the courts with the integrity body of this country. The Prime Minister cannot tell the integrity body or the country where him get millions from. Money that Leachin, SSL, and Jamaica National is helping is assisting the Prime Minister in open money laundering in our country. You all complain every day about the 18 years of the People's National Party. You all complained every day about 18 years of the People's National Party. What Andrew Holness has done to the Jamaica Labour Party in 9 years will keep you all from power for a very, very, very long time. After the general election, there will be a disgraceful leadership meltdown in the Jamaica Labour Party. The division will be so wide that if Joseph Patterson and the UIC have any sense, that's the time to really move in. Because another thing that could happen, the Jamaica Labour Party could split in two. It could split into two parties, as we saw Bruce Golding attempted when Siaga was hell-bent and coming back as a leader. Let's listen to the money laundering.
For those who maintain that Dennis Chung is qualified to lead the FID, let me point out a couple obvious red flags that any new financial sector employee could recognize after their first anti-money laundering course. Money laundering is a complex process designed to conceal the illegal source of money, make it appear legitimate, and allow criminals to integrate these funds into the financial system without detection. The process typically follows three main stages: placement, layering, and integration. 1. Placement is the first stage, where dirty money derived from illegal activities, such as drug trafficking, fraud, or corruption, is introduced into the legitimate financial system. This is often the riskiest stage for money launderers because large, suspicious deposits should raise red flags with financial institutions. A common method of placement is called structuring, breaking down large amounts of cash into smaller, less suspicious deposits below reporting thresholds. Now, read page 83 of the IC report. 20 cardless cash deposits totaling $4,565,000 were made to Mr. Holness's JN bank account between May and July of 2020. The depositor's identity is unknown. This fits the classic device of structuring deposits to fall below reporting limits. But Chung didn't recognize any red flag here. 2. The second stage of money laundering is called layering and involves a series of transactions designed to distance the illicit money from its source and obscure the audit trail. By moving the money through various accounts, businesses, and financial instruments, the aim is to make tracing the origin of the funds exceedingly difficult. I invite you to read page 122 of the IC report. During the forensic examination, data was mined from 33 bank statements relating to Holness's associated companies for accounts across 3 financial institutions. There were thousands, 2,360, of transactions totaling almost $500 million moving back and forth across these accounts. The use of multiple accounts for unusual patterns of transactions fits classic layering behavior and is another clear red flag that Chung didn't recognize. Dennis Chung couldn't pass an introductory level exam for recognizing suspicious.
Almost $500 million. What, $500 million is what, 500 million, is it not? Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know me dunce when it comes to mathematics. Yeah, it's correct. $500 million. Almost $500 million worth of money laundering by the Prime Minister. Money that Dennis Chung, who the Prime Minister in charge at the Financial Investigative Division, with Dennis Chung turn a blind eye to Dennis Chung, say Andrew Holness not done nothing. These are the level of corruption Jamaica Labour Party that has destroyed and will destroy your party indefinitely. Because the Prime Minister should be able to account for this $500 million that he's pushing from one account, from one company to the other. The Prime Minister not paying us tax and the Prime Minister is giving loan from one company to the other. Why is the Prime Minister operating so much shell companies? Because they're all but named to swindle money through. There is no administrative or operational going through Andrew Holness companies. They're just shell company to launder drugs money. Usain Bolt stolen money. Remember, it was this Prime Minister who went to Leachin's bank and opened a bank account with zilch. And in no time, SSL dropped off tant amount of US dollars in that very account. When you don't see it as money laundering, the Prime Minister is swindling $500 million, almost $500 million between his companies. The Prime Minister is registering nil tax. Andrew Holness cannot hold the country to ransom. Andrew Holness cannot hold the country to ransom. Andrew Holness must go to prison. Let us look at some of the information that came out of the 108-page affidavit. From 1998 to 2005, undeclared business and income. These are just extracts taken from the report because it's a long 108-page report. I have not read it yet. I only received it last night. I don't think I'm going to be in any haste to read it soon. Why? Because all of us already know Andrew Holness' crimes and dirty deeds against the nation. All of us are aware that Andrew Holness is fighting hard in the courts, thinking that this armory, like how you take Parliament and mash it up, like how you take the governance system of our country, Prime Minister. No, this is from the affidavit. This is from the affidavit that the Craig Beresford affidavit. This extract is from. Number 2, operated 3 companies while in office. Sunshine Mobile, it's a taxi business. Dilido Taxi and Omega Bridge Finance, so it's a loan company. Number 3, generated millions in unreported income from the Sunshine Mobile galangin 10.2 million yearly revenue. Number 4, Holness claimed these were for constituency support rejected by the investigation. 2005 to 2007, high-risk offshore investments. Investment in OLINT and Cash Plus, where the Governor General took the church money and run off with the church offering. You remember that? Remember when, what's the bastard name again? Patrick Allen, the Governor General. He took, when he was president of the East Jamaica Conference, he took the tide bag and run off and invested in Cash Plus and OLINT. But Andrew Holness, away with it, invested in Cash Plus and OLINT, unregulated scheme, using funds from undisclosed business sale. More money laundering again. Number 2, and we're under the 2005 to 2007. Number 2, deposit 23.7 million Jamaican dollars into OLINT in 2006. Source of the fund was never explained. You remember, nasty woman will help Rhoda dash with the belly. You mother Foster Allen, you guilty of a lot of the pilfering that Andrew Holness did at Ministry of Education, Mother Foster Allen. You, Mother Foster Allen, who pick up Rhoda and got dash for, and guilty of the pilfering that the Prime Minister carried out when you were permanent secretary at the Ministry of Education while he was Education Minister. Criminal lady. Long time Andrew a thief. What we there? Withdrew $150,000 from Cash Plus and OLINT in 2007 to buy property via shell company ADMAT. The St. Lucia ADMAT company. Property acquisition via shell companies. ADMAT bought luxury properties, for example, Arcadia Drive apartment, 16 million Jamaican dollars, Shenstone House, 67.9 million Jamaican dollars. No proof of legitimate funding. Construction costs paid through wife company JAJ, with 18.2 million Jamaican dollars owed to the suppliers. Transfer of ADMAT assets to Imperium Holdings in 2020. This new holding vehicle. So Imperium become the new holding vehicle when ADMAT have to wind itself down. I believe that is so. Now, we're moving on to 2020, to the very present of Andrew Holness' disgraceful, continuous debacle that stains the Jamaica Labour Party and stains the country by extension. Use of ADMAT to buy, we're at 2020 to present. Created Imperium Holding, Positive Media and Estate Bridge Development with family shareholders. The sister hold share in it, the son, the older son hold share in it, as well as the Prime Minister's personal friend, Norman Watsits. Estate Bridge received 61.8 million Jamaican dollars from Norman Brown, 11% shareholder, and 19.8 million from Wholeness sister. Is it Sandra or whatever? What's its name? Disproportionate to her ownership. So the 19.8 million this to the Prime Minister's sister, it's disproportionate to the shares she holds in the company. The sister with no money. The Brock Pocket sister. Hold on. The Brock Pocket sister have all of that. What's next? What a disgrace. Purchase of a Stonebrook Manor property, 18 million each, with funds from unexplained transfer. And Lord, I don't want to start for my family members this morning. Because of this, them him take it for me over. The same money laundering what we talk about. Why the investment began? The key evidence of why the investment began. 2017 Integrity Commission flagged net worth spiked. So the Prime Minister net worth spiked by a 310%. The Prime Minister net worth just move up so. And nobody don't know where the Prime Minister get all of them something you're from. 2006, the Prime Minister net worth was 22.8 million Jamaican dollars or so. And there's an increase of 310%. 2008, 23.9 million Jamaican dollars, an increase of 44%, while his salary was between 2.2 million Jamaican dollars to 8.5 million Jamaican dollars annually. 2019 report found 23 omission in declaration. So 23 omission. The Prime Minister tell 23 lie because you can lie by withholding information. The Prime Minister told 23 lies. What next? 2019 report. Well, it's a 2019 report, the 3 lies. Undisclosed business offshore account, OLINESS investment, false explanation for property funding. So the Prime Minister at all stage has been trying to pull a wool over the Integrity Commission, IR, whichever integrity body investigates or do whatever it is. The Prime Minister has continuously tried to pull a wool over the eyes of the anti-corruption bodies. 2021 to 2023, new discrepancies. Imperium received 51 million plus from Green Emerald Trading, Positive Media, Imperium. No, Jesus. Undisclosed bank account, NCB, Leachin Bank, who regularly assisted Andrew Holness in money laundering. NCB, First Global, with suspicious transactions. I hit Dr. Boji, I walk and tear me down over. Critical items for the hearing. 2019 investigation report, page 15 to page 21, documents Wholeness Falls declaration since 1998. So the Prime Minister has been fibbing. The Prime Minister has regularly been committing crimes, drug dealing, money laundering, or ascertaining all these cash through some corrupt practices, and regularly lied about it to the anti-corruption bodies. Labor rights. Labor bomber blood clot right. Una no shame at this una face the nation with and so una deserve a third term. I don't understand on labor. I understand the prime minister. I know the prime minister is a thief, the prime minister is a criminal. That I understand. What I don't understand, Jamaica Labour Party, is how you all can support such a criminal who stole from your children, a criminal who destructed the education department. No, Jesus. How were we there? Financial analysis, page 34 to page 43, shows net worth growth via income gaps, 41 million Jamaican dollars unexplained between 2006 to 2019. Shell company transfers, page 87 to 92, trail from ADMAT Imperium to Estate Bridge. Third-party evidence. Bank records providing undisclosed account transfer, for example, $165,000 to NCB credit card in December 2001. Now, 2000 onwards, if you remember, it was the high point of when Andrew Holness, during when we were locked down and we were subjected to no movement, it is during the height of that time that Andrew Holness and Christopher Tufton in particular enriched themselves. This is why we need the international people them who hand out a lot of these money for COVID. We don't need to get accountability from Andrew Holness and the Jamaica government for it, because we don't hear blood clot gunfire about none of the COVID grants, about the whole of the COVID money. We want to get Andrew. We don't need fee. And we and a few money that, you know. Hello. Speaking. 1 second, globalist. May I still go with? You're calling from where? Hello, this man. You know, fucking get the bank out the phone with the answer. Sorry about that, globalist. Really sorry about that. You would remember that that is the time when the prime minister was enriching himself, when Dr. Tufton was enriching himself from money that they got from international donors to assist the Jamaican people who this government carried out the worst atrocities against during the COVID lockdown. We pay the highest prices for COVID, for violations of COVID regulations. We couldn't compound with veranda, we couldn't come out with yard gate, couldn't turn up under this government no movement day policy, while this government got money from multiple international donors, and we have not tasted a penny of it. A lot of these money is involved in the prime minister's money laundering, fraud, scams, and corruption. That's why them can't give an account for nothing. In simple terms, Andrew Holness built wealth through undeclared businesses, moved profit into offshore schemes, OLINESS, then bought properties via shell company ADMAT Imperium, When caught, he delayed disclosure for years. Here is where we have to hail the journalistic stalwart, Zara Burton. This is where we have to hail the only investigative journalist, Dan Campbell, Wagwan, my friend, long time. This is where we have to hail the one and only investigative journalist in our country. Because without Zara Burton, Andrew Holness would have got away with all of this. Because nobody else in the journalism corps in Jamaica saw it as an issue to investigate. Even now, you notice none of them not following the story. None of them not really interested in this story. Zara Burton must be hailed for this. Without Zara Burton, Andrew Holness, he would have been worse, mind you. Even though him not have no shame and him continue to commit the crime and expect the nation, expect every system of this country to come to the Prime Minister's aid and defense. The only part of this country don't have integrity, Andrew Holness, is the Jamaica Labour Party. The Jamaica Labour Party is the only institution in our country that lacks public decorum, that lacks anything good for our country, because they have stood behind you fair and square in your destruction of our country, of our public purse, of systems of governance, and our legislative framework. The Jamaica Labour Party have stood fair and square behind you, and they will be punished brutally at the polls. You all will be punished brutally at the polls. We're going to pluck up the nerves to call the election. Holness built wealth through undeclared businesses, moved profit into offshore schemes, into his offshore shell companies, OLINESS, and scheme rather, and then brought properties through his shell companies, Admat Imperium. When caught, he delayed disclosure for years and create new entities, Positive Media Estate, Bridge, to obscure the funds. This is what these people do. And this is why the dog shit of a banker in my family is coming out to defend money laundering. Ah, Jesus. Oh, somebody hold my tongue. The investigation began because his net worth exploded while his salary stayed modest. The document proved he hid assets for over 20 years. Section 45 of the Corruption Prevention Act, which established the illicit enrichment offense, is what the Prime Minister is bitterly trying to get rid of. An act of parliament passed that this government did not voted against. An act of parliament passed that this government did not vote against. The minute the act in operation doesn't make any good sense again. I'm going to show you a video. And it is precisely because of Andrew Holness why it is so dismal for the party. Andrew Holness, if the Jamaica Labour Party, as advised by me, given to them, after the dismal performance in the local government election last year, February. If they have taken the opportunity to remove the most corrupt thing we have ever graced in our politics, the most ruthless and corrupt prime minister to ever lead a party in our country, the JLP could have revived themselves to a point. If somebody in the JLP visible, King Tech, I don't understand what your question. A little money he might try start. I still don't understand your point that you're trying to make, King Tech. Can you elaborate on those two sentences for me? If what exactly is the corruption? Go suck your mama. Go and put your head between your mother's greasy leg, you stupid fucker. And come off of my page. When you always come over here, come ask stupid question, you dumb piece of shit. Why don't you push your head back up your mother? There, that may be a dark, dismal place where you can go with your fucking dumbness. When you always come over here with the dumbness because you can't read. It's the same thing when me and Buji are war about because him have all sort of management degree, all sort of banking degree, but the fucker cannot read, which is what you Jamaica Labour Party supporters do. You can't read, so you always come asking a bullshit question. Anyway, if somebody, just somebody in the Jamaica Labour Party stood up and say, we cannot continue like this. We cannot be led like this. We cannot be led without integrity. We cannot be led with a shroud of corruption over the party and the country. Andrew Holness have to step aside, let the party revive itself so we can go forward. This is why it looks like this everywhere on a go across the country.
This is how we do it. This is how we choose Jamaica. And the party will make it for them. Listen, Jamaica. Adrian A.
Now, this is the irritating thing about the Jamaica Labour Party. They're running around after 80 odd years of the Jamaica Labour Party in our politics. 2025, they're asking us to choose Jamaica with a leader leading the party who choose everything except for Jamaica. The Prime Minister have disabled children are not educated in our country. The Prime Minister's oldest son is at Oxford, Cambridge, where the Prime Minister owns a property. I don't know if the Prime Minister or him son, because it will have the same name, owns a property. The Prime Minister doesn't use the health care in our country. The Prime Minister never chose to do his doctorate degree at the University of West Indies. But the blind Bartimaeus of the Jamaica Labour Party is asking us to choose Jamaica when the Prime Minister, which is leading the party, is not choosing Jamaica, because nothing. Somebody block block all labor rights this morning. I'm going to release him comments so you can block him. I'm gonna block all labor rights this morning, because we are too educated for them. I'm gonna block all labor rights this morning. As them push up in them head, I'm gonna chop it off. As the labor rights them push up them head this morning, chop it off. Chop it off. If the labor rights then push up them head. The prime minister who is asking us to choose Jamaica in a racist rhetoric, mind you, there's nothing in this rhetoric but racism, because the Jamaica Labour Party has never chose Jamaica. This Jamaica Labour Party, the CIA created Jamaica Labour Party, was the party created to destruct social democracy under Michael Manley. It was this Jamaica Labour Party that created political violence in the 70s and 80s. This Jamaica Labour Party was the Jamaica Labour Party that, with the Americans and the CIA, enforced a food embargo, starved the people of Jamaica into submission to get rid of Michael Manley. This very same CIA created Jamaica Labour Party is asking us to choose Jamaica. Why don't ask if we choose America? Because you never choose Jamaica to buy Costa bus out of the $1.4 billion. You, the Jamaica Labour Party, chose America, 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 Jamaica Labour Party. It's the Jamaica Labour Party. It's the CIA and the Americans who created the Jamaica Labour Party. So, Una now coming asking us to choose Jamaica first. When has the Jamaica Labour Party ever chose Jamaica? Because in the 70s and 80s, you all did not. Just the other day, remember when Marco Rubio came and asked you all to send home the Cuban health professional, you chose America, 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 America first. Jamaica is what you chose. So within a racist rhetoric now, you all are asking us to choose Jamaica. For what? We're not asking to choose Jamaica for. We have never voted for another country. We have never, when we choose whether it be labor rights or PNP, we have never choose another country. It was always Jamaica. So I don't know where this racist rhetoric. The racism against Mark Golden will not suffice. It will not allow Mark Golden to lose the general election. It will not happen. What is happening? Andrew Holness' leadership over the last 9 years have brought the Jamaica Labour Party into disrepute and chaos. And that's the problem. No amount of racism against Mark Golden is going to help. Look what Andrew Holness scars. Even the base of the Jamaica Labour Party refuses to come out and support him. That is why I asked you all, after the dismal performance last year at the local government election, to remove the Prime Minister. Because you could all be doing better now if you all didn't prostitute yourself to the Prime Minister in order to just prop up the Prime Minister and shore up the Prime Minister for nothing at all. Wanna get out of it? You all are not even supporting the party. Barring on the company come tell us if we suck with mother, on all we wanna push we back up under on the peer or under with parents. You know, the people of Jamaica are going to choose Jamaica because they're going to choose the party that always stood up with poor people. They're going to choose the party that always look out for social justice when it comes to poor people. Not this government who legislatively attacks our constitutional freedoms and rights. Andrew Holness has been slapped back by the Constitutional Court countless of times on an onslaught on the nation's democracy. Andrew Holness, with his anti-corruption rant, Andrew Holness, with his anti-corruption rant, the courts are regularly slapping back the PM. I told you, the engineer come off of my blood clot page. You're one of the nether duns. Come off of my page, the engineer, and go suck your mama. Your mama needs somebody to come titillate some part her. Come off of my page, drunk pro. You know you're not to come around here. You know you can go on every other PMP. I'm not a PMP, I'm a socialist. You know you can go on every socialist page with your bullshit and you suck your mother bastardness. Come and fire so. The engineer. Come and fire so. Yes or no for you. Me not have manners them. Uno know me a dog. Don't come over here, piece of shit. Uno fe have like a shame. And no say this is not somewhere where labor rights, especially the dunce one them, the fail Jamal labor rights. Uno no don't fi come over here. Uno no this is not the place for failure. Stop come over here. Labor rights. Stop come over here. We're dealing with our country. We're not dealing with protecting the most corrupt leader we've ever had. Me no see what uno labor rights can see. What we see. So our country has been destructed by a thief, a corrupt criminal, and all uno can keep going on about it on a bullshittery. I'm live at the moment. I'll call you back as I'm done. That's all uno can conjure up and come up with. Uno stop come over my page. Uno can go everywhere else with a piece of shit except for over it. Don't come over here with it. The only thing we want to see is Andrew Holness in an orange jumpsuit. We don't want to see nothing more than Andrew Holness in an orange jumpsuit. Lithuania Prime Minister stepped down after investigation and protests. The Lithuanian Prime Minister stepped down. And Glina, una na no shame, you know. Una na no shame to write this story. Even though we don't have time to read this story, but why una na call for Andrew Holness step down? This is my problem with the media in Jamaica. The butt licking, butt scratching, boot licking, pickpocket media in Jamaica. The job of the media is to inform and educate. Investigate, inform, and educate. Barring Zara Burton, nobody else. Now do nothing for hold Andrew Holness to account. Without Zara Burton's investigation, Andrew Holness, this 20 years worth of crime against the public purse, this 20-year worth of corruption and money laundering and shell company operation by the Prime Minister, without Zara Burton's investigation, we would have known fuck all. I would even start on the whore over Malvina revenge this morning. Wouldn't start on those. Uno no shame. Uno total one. Labour have 40 at MP and uno one a walk on campaign with source of vehicle. This is what standing behind the most corrupt leader has done to the Jamaica Labour Party. At least Siaga said me never remember say me borrow the 40 million US dollars. At least a member Siaga never remember. You can't say he's telling a lie. If you don't remember something, it's not a lie. But when you withhold the information, when you fibbed a story, which the Prime Minister regularly does, that's lying. Fibbing or omitting Prime Minister. At least Siaga never remember the $40 million. No, 40 million US dollar, Renice Nicholson. The 40 million US dollar. At least Siaga never remember it. So we can't say Siaga lie. We just have to say Siaga bad head. We can't say Siaga lie. We just have to say Siaga bad head. Siaga have dementia. Siaga either gather water. Not so in Andrew Holness's case. Andrew Holness deliberately lied to the anti-corruption body. Andrew Holness deliberately withheld information from the anti-corruption body. And uno no see the crisis. $500 million. $500 million. $500 million. The Prime Minister just have put from one shell company to the other and no explanation. And you all don't see the corruption. The Prime Minister asset outweigh his income. The Prime Minister businesses are not business that does any meaningful operation. They're just shell companies to swindle money through and legitimize the money with the help of Jamaica National and Lee Chin, mind you. And you have creeping on their knees, dogs of labor right, come over here to ask, what is the corruption? Go ask your nasty mama. Go ask your nasty mama, we still live on the roadside with our foot cross the road, where we have to kick your mama foot and say, please, lady, make me pass. Go and go ask your nasty mama. Don't come over here, come ask me. Me no nasty like your mama. Don't come ask me bullshit. Dirty labor rights.
This is how we do it. This is how we choose Jamaica. And the country will make it for them. Always. Listen, Jamaica. Adrian Ellis, that was acknowledged by the Prime Minister and the Minister of Education. Adrian Ellis has saved a young girl's life. This is his grandmother. And the country will take him care to make his grandma right. Put these someone like Burger Park. Put these someone like Walker's Avenue.
You Toto one. You Dege Dege one. You Dege Dege one. Lord, Flight Green, you want them careless people from parity? Everybody, except for labor rights, can see the disgrace and the destruction that Andrew Holness is. And you're so stupid, labor rights, that you don't really think the country is going to choose or not. But yet still, you now come out to even support because you're fed up of the crime. You're just shame. You're just shame for talk about. You're just shame for publicly talk say you're fed up. You can't go further in the criminality and the stealing from Andrew Holness. It's not, I know we teach Andrew for thief. And to say a tree woman grow him, mother, grandmother, and great grandmother. I'm asking the question again, what have they taught you? We know say they can grow you good, and you can go, they go pick up bad company cuff and you join the labor, right? Then you have to pick up the criminality and the thieving and the gun smuggling, Andrew Holness. How much guns have you smuggled into our country? Because we know Dr. Chang smuggled a whole container full of AK-47s. 200 of them. That's where the 200 gun a month. That's where Dr. Chang could tell us that his intelligence says 200 guns per month coming into the country, because that was the amount in Dr. Chang's container. Yes, that container he dispersed in flankers in 2021 November. Challenge me, Dr. Chang. We now hand over our country to criminals' labor right. We're going to stand in the line of defense. We're going to stand in the line of defense for protect our country. Because we realize that Andrew Holness and Juliet Holness become richer than the country's budget. $3 trillion is missing, where Andrew Holness and his government cannot give an account for. Our healthcare and education and infrastructure is run down. Our economy is in recession. But still the mother of all, Harlot Babsy Grange, come omit 54 years of what Labour and PNP do in our country, Babsy, I make it look like it only has been done in the last 9 years. Man, I'm harlot. Go and go sit down. Mother of all whores, go and go sit down. And stop walk and kill young boys and draw them on top of you and buy guns and carry young boys, Babsy. We're fed up of you. Labor rights on a bullshit. We're fed up on you. Uno should have hide on your head under bushel this morning, labor rights. Uno don't have no right to come out here and ask question. Uno don't have no right to come out here and defend Andrew OLINESS. Uno head should have under bushel this morning because uno shame like dog. Labor rights. Uno can't continue. If when uno shame, uno come out, come attack people. You shame, you push your head under something and you wait for the storm to blow over. Don't come up in our face with a shameful self, with a dunce, illiterated, fail Jamal self. Labor rights.
All right, now. So the other day, I said to OLINESS, call the election and see if you have a spot. And I said, all the people are coming, and I said this and I said that, and rare, and I'm not pay them no mind. But now I see some video right now circulate with OLINESS. Mr. OLINESS, I tell you now, I say call the election. You go to the rally down at Portland, and you not call the election, and now you're out there on the road in the white line, and out booklet. Now, it seems like we don't have social media, because everything can record and put up on the media, because everybody there on TikTok. Mr. OLINESS, nobody now no time for read the book. Nobody now no time for look for no picture in a book. You understand? People can go and look on your record and see your achievement.
How much moderator upon you? I don't know if J Bless run him out to chop off J Bless head. I don't know if J Bless moderators, what are you doing? J Bless Obayata can't chop off his head. No dunce labor right around here this morning. Get rid of any labor rights surface this morning. Get rid of them. We are not we're not going to spoon-fed labor rights this morning. We're not going to spoon-fed them. Chop off any labor right head come up here this morning. Take it down. We're not going to entertain assholes this morning. No, him depend something at YouTube him depend. We're not going to entertain any bullshit from them this morning.
And see if they make sense. You see, if it was somebody out there block the road, the police then would have give them a ticket and say them obstruct traffic. You have the poor policeman the back in the sun, back and forth behind you.
We're black on a J Bless, can't make no sense, not done.
When we know, we ever do that, Mark Golding have you on a seat. You understand? You fear Mark Golding because Mark Golding win local government election for you. And for you to do this. So we don't know if it's a campaign mood you're upon or what. And you don't call it general election and you don't say you're upon campaign mood. So we don't know what kind of stunt you pull. Because for you to do that, and I bring book out there to make people look on your achievement is a bag of waste time. You understand? Jamaican people now have no time to read your book. Me I tell you the honest truth. If they put it on TikTok or on Instagram or where, maybe them would find the time to click. You see me I say, you go on out your book is just throwing down on the ground or in them car. You understand?
I'm struggling to see what does the Jamaica Labour Party see in Andrew OLINESS or about Andrew OLINESS to defend. It has gotten to a point now because you all are asking to choose Jamaica. This is the dichotomy. You, the Jamaica Labour Party, is asking us to choose Jamaica. Look at what your Prime Minister is doing to the country, though. Robert Honeywell, how you do? Look at what Andrew Holness is doing to the Jamaica that you're all asking us to choose. No. When the 24 baby, the one a day baby, dead with you, none of you came out, labor rights, and said anything. You're all silent. While the same labor rights keep going on about Dr. Fenton Ferguson kill how much? 18 in Portia Simpson's government. None of you came out when Andrew Holness and Christopher Tufton killed a baby per day. No. The same people have seen Andrew Holness reckless behavior towards our country's purse. You're the same people asking us to choose Jamaica. Andrew Holness doesn't see Jamaica worthy of educating his children in Jamaica. You're the same people who are asking to choose Jamaica. Like, seriously, labor rights? When did the Jamaica Labour Party ever choose Jamaica? Just the other day when Marco Rubio came, Marco Rubio said, send home the healthcare professional. Dr. Tufton sent them home, and Dr. Tufton went on a wild goose chase, Nigeria, Cambodia, India, Philippines. That was choosing America. When in the 70s and 80s, when Michael Manley alignment with social democracy, you, the Jamaica Labour Party, with the CIA, impose a food embargo on Jamaica, starving the Jamaican people into voting out the Michael Manley government, which the people did because of hunger. That was the Jamaica Labour Party choosing America. No, because of your racist rant and rhetoric, everybody around come, choose Jamaica, choose Jamaica. How Jamaica get in the middle of this? We never used to choose Jamaica when we go to the poll. We never used to choose Jamaica when we go to the polls. Why we go choose Jamaica now? How Jamaica get in the middle of it now? The last time you told us to choose prosperity. You all have been there for 9 years and not a thing to campaign on. So the Prime Minister still went back to America, picked up some old, redundant, old buses. Choose America. $1.4 billion worth of it. Upside down, wrong side, back and front. Letting off children in the middle of the road. But this very government is tirading across the country with the only thing the government has, which the Prime Minister told us, it took me 9 years, shorter than the Prime Minister's degree, longer rather than the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister got through his degree in about 3 years or 4 years. He got through his doctorate. The Prime Minister got through his doctorate in 3-4 years, which doctorate normally take you 5, 6, 7 years to go through if you're doing it full-time. Doctorate 4 to 5, 6 years, could be longer part-time. Given that the Prime Minister is operating 3 companies and is running a country, the Prime Minister had time to go off and study while the Prime Minister was accumulating billions. Unaccounted, unexplained wealth. Billions. Millions, rather, in unexplained wealth to the tune of $500 million. That was not chosen in Jamaica. When the Prime Minister bought his house in Oxford for his son to live in while his son studied at British University, that's not chosen in Jamaica. Your Prime Minister have a mansion in St. Lucia, which the Prime Minister could pick up his mansion in Beverly Hills and drop it in his mansion in St. Lucia. The Prime Minister have helicopter and yacht in St. Lucia that the Prime Minister can't tell on a way and get it from. Was that chosen Jamaica? Labor rights on a shame like dog. Labor rights on a shame like dog. That is why a Prime Minister can't call the election. That is why you all are not helping the Prime Minister to campaign. Because uno same one say, him thief and stuff him belly and him don't want to go on. Uno could have saved the party. Uno could have rebelled against him. But because all on prawn and fornicate over this Prime Minister, him couldn't do nothing bad for no. Even wrecking the country, him couldn't do nothing bad for no.
One side, waste paper and ink. I swear. You understand? Me tell you, say, call election and say if you have a spot and now you're out there like that. It is a big disgrace for you. You're the first Prime Minister when me know. In 2020, you never did that. But because of COVID, now you do it now. You depend on, you know, say, when Mark Golding come in, you know, say, a detal. So, you try everything to make sure, say, you win the race. And me tell you, say, call it. But look what you do. Foolishness. You understand, brother? You're the only Prime Minister who ever done that. If you're sure of yourself and say you have the people them lack, you would not do that. You wouldn't get the whole of them. They are Barbican and they are all about to walk out and give a book. Brother, call election for the people them and make them and say if you have a serious spot. That's all you have to do. You understand me I say? If you win, you continue to do your foolishness. If you lose, you're going in a jail cell. You understand me I say? That's all me have to say. All right.
Mark Golding, where you go war, you know? If you don't do everything in your power after winning the election, Mark Golding, to send Andrew Holness a prison, me and your backside round here, Mark Golding. Mark Jefferson Golding. Me! I wish DJ boy would have said, me on a budget would have said, me on a bomber clot, Mark Golding. If you and your team don't do everything to send Andrew Holness a prison and clabber back what Andrew Holness has taken from the public purse, Mark Golding will be me and you. Night and day, Mark Golding. Night and day. Me go be like a pitcher in a junk back upon you. Because Andrew Holness, after 20 years of crime, corruption, and money laundering, Andrew Holness must go to prison. Andrew Holness must go to prison. No other government, no other Prime Minister have to document their achievement. You don't go write down on paper when you go so. Where people come from oral knowledge and see with your eye knowledge, Prime Minister. PNP don't have to write down them achievement. We can roll them off with tongue from Michael Manley come right up. Flight Green, me hear you say, you go bring Rada to Manchester. Nobody from South Manchester there. Was there a Rada office there before or what is happening? Because Flight Green say I go bring Rada. What is happening, Flight Green? Why no, Flight Green? Now, if the Prime Minister has done anything at all, the Prime Minister, because you know why the Prime Minister, let us deal with the badly spelled Jamaica. You know that other white bitch, what her name is again? Jacqueline. You know she can't say Jamaica. She and Anvar say Jamaica. Jum. Veteran, Wagwan. So, the Jaimaica, I bet you the excuse when them are going to come out, them say, no, we're not spelling Jamaica, we're spelling Jamaica. I bet, me know TikTok, they are going to block me. Once me say that, I don't give a fuck, TikTok, like literally. Like literally don't give a fuck. I bet you the explanation for that is because them are going to tell we say, them are spell Jamaica. And that them are going to tell we, you know. So they are spelling Jamaica. And that them are tell we. But the Prime Minister was in such a higger because the Prime Minister and the Jamaica Labour Party sought to use the buses, the old buses, to pull a wool. Them strike me off a TikTok to me talk about the nasty white girl Jacqueline. You know they was gonna do it anyway. The old buses, the Prime Minister thought that the nation was going to grapple up and gravitate to the old buses. The Prime Minister realized that the failed buses, yes, I told me talk about the nasty white girl Jacqueline, that's why them strike me over there. The old buses, because the Prime Minister said the old bus them now work. So what they had to do was go stitch up the badly spelt galangin together in order to say to the public, oh, we have achieved something. No, you have not. Because we don't see it. We don't hear about it. And we don't feel it. Anybody can write anything on paper. Anybody, Prime Minister Holness, Dr. the Honorable Crook. Dr. the Honorable Crook. Anybody can write anything on paper. Don't necessarily mean say gosso. Rather, office and man they were beside KFC. Me don't know where Flight Green in just a walk and promise so. It will not work. Nothing that you're all doing will not work. Your base, the Jamaica Labour Party supporters, has fallen out of grace. We don't know. And thereby, Ono will be punished for a very, very long time in this country. Very long time, Ono going to be punished for. Andrew Holness has not achieved anything because Andrew Holness and his team has done fuck all for 9 years. You all have not done anything in 9 years. And this is why the people of Jamaica rejected you all. This is why the people of Jamaica will be rejecting you all at the polls. Sorry. This is why your supporters have sat down on their hands and refused to come out and give you any support. They're not going to support you. They're just not going to do it. Because they are not brave as us to come out and speak the truth about your failure, your criminality, your corruption. Even If you did get your 300% pay rise 20 years ago, it still can mount up for the amount of asset where you have. Call the election, Prime Minister. You cannot continue to hold the nation to ransom. There won't be any success for you continuing like this. The docile Jamaica Labour Party, does not realize that your holding on to power is damaging them. It's not doing any good for them. But because all of you have failed Jamal together, you all have failed Jamal together. But Westside Green have promised Adi to bring in Rada and all that now in that constituency. They were Shaw. Were you all sabotaging Shaw, Flight Green and Andrew Holness? I'm just asking, I don't know. I don't follow on the politics of that era, of that corner. But was it that you all were sabotaging Audley Shaw, given the attack carried out by Andrew Holness and the ailing members of the Jamaica Labour Party? You can't come out here successfully come blame PNP for nothing, you know. Because we stood and watched how you all stood behind Andrew Holness in his destruction of the Jamaica Labour Party. And we are going to continue to remind you all that no, PNP never did nothing for destroy. It was an internal destruction. Why no Labour Party leader so destructive? Siaga, Buster, Bruce, Andrew, why not so destructive? Andrew Holness, Andrew, Michael, thieving, criminal, don't know which one of the pooper you belong to, Holness. Enough is enough. Let go the country, Prime Minister. Free the country. In any other democracy, particularly, Prime Minister, the Westminster democracy, nobody leads under a cloud, Prime Minister. Nobody, Prime Minister, but nobody in the Westminster democracy lead under a cloud. There's nothing about this party, nothing about the leadership of it, nothing about the supporters within the party. 49, 48 of you. 47, all right, 46 of you leave the Prime Minister and his chief concubine and his concubine, what would I call Rhoda now? The side concubine, the chief concubine and the side concubine. Out of the 49, leave out them cheated. 46 of you, 46, decided that my political career, my political life end with Andrew Holness' crime. I am willing to throw my political future. I am willing to throw my political future, my future of being a future leader for this country, a future member of another Labour cabinet. You all have thrown it on the dungle heap for just Andrew Holness, who, when Andrew Holness leaves government, the guy is leaving as a multi-millionaire, billionaire rather. Look at one of the wife property development, 800 million Jamaican dollars, just short 200 million of $1 billion. Out almost $500 million worth of money laundering by the Prime Minister. They are stepping down as billion and trillionaires. On a labor right, on a can buy fish back, not chicken back. Dirty labor rights. On a can buy fish back. On a can't afford fish back, which, mind you, fish back is under Andrew Holness's government. That's what Andrew Holness reduced on to. Fish back. Thank you, globalists. Me go down a market this morning and me do buy me fish, me okra, me this, me that, and me cook already. That's why me come on late, because I said I have to cook first, because as I don't eat it, because decide say, and I got tackle the Prime Minister and the labor rights, them hungry this morning, because you know when you're hungry, you get angry quick. I did one tackle no hungry belly this morning. But as you know, the disgrace that Labour regularly dishes out to us continues. And as we said, we don't even have to work hard anymore. Andrew Holness and his cronies and thieves make our job so easy. Barbara, me hear she talk about her dreaming religious auntie. The auntie shouldn't dream. The baby we Rhoda kill for Andrew Holness. The baby they for dream for the aunt to the auntie and ask Mother Foster Allen and Rhoda Crawford, why did you all kill me? At that, me want Rhoda baby for dream to Rhoda Pastor auntie and ask, why did you all get rid of me? That no one of them fair ask. Anyway, globalists, thank you for being here with us this morning on the Global Rant. Of course, we're going to continue the ranting because the Prime Minister continue. The Prime Minister continue to dish out bullshit at us, and we're going to hold this government and his crime to account. So don't slave, all right? And remember, when we come back later, we're going to come back on Global TV TikTok, because producer Wayne TikTok has been blocked, as you know. So we're going to come back tonight on Global TV TikTok. So that's the TikTok we'll have to look out for tonight. Thank you very much. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV. I'm going to eat my steamed fish and go park now. I'm going to buy mango. Thank you again, Marie. I'm going to buy mango with my money where Marie send and go park, go mind the business. While Andrew Holness behind just I got twip because I lose the election and I go to prison. Good morning and good afternoon.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone and then pick a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone and then bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat and not press the floor. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make him a throw and stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they can sell out Rasta and sell it out as him and throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Take him and throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta. I sell a house, I sell out Babylon. Just talk on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.